Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and I'm calling this Fantastical Fantasy Friday. So Sparky and I have lots of stories and songs for you today that are about fantastical things. So put on your fantasy goggles because anything can happen today. So my name is Sophie, that's Sparky, and it's time for story time. So let's get started. I'd like to start with a reading from Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends. And this is called The Planet of Mars. I don't want to show you the picture until the very end. On the planet of Mars, they have clothes just like ours. And they have the same shoes and same laces. And they have the same charms and same graces. And they have the same heads and same faces, but not in the very same places. Okay, you ready for this? Da, 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 da. Notice anything different about the people on the planet of Mars? That's a very silly thing, isn't it? I wonder how they sit down. That's my biggest question. What do you think, Sparky? Oh dear, Sparky's got his eyes covered. I think he doesn't like the idea of your head being where your bottom is. Well, shall we get started? Are you ready to say hello? Sparky's ready to wave hello. All right, let's get going. Hello, how are you all? Hello, how are you all? Hello, how are you? I'm just fine today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, so how about if we swirl and twirl around the room like a fairy? Let's just whirl around the room like a fairy. Here we go. Whirl, whirl, whirl around the room and whirl, whirl, whirl around the room. Whirl, whirl, whirl around the room. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, so we whirled like a fairy. What if we skip and hop like a gnome? Skip, skip, skip around the room and skip, skip, skip around the room. Skip, skip, skip around the room. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, what if we hop up and down like a bunny? That's it. You know, kind of like Alice in Wonderland's I'm late for a very important date. Here we go. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, 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 just like a bunny, and hop, 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 just like a bunny, and hop, 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 just like a bunny. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, you know it's my favorite time. What is it, Sparky? Funny faces time. Here we go. Make a funny face as funny as you can. Make a funny face as funny as you can. Make a funny face as funny as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, are you ready? Everybody wave hello, and then we're going to get our day started. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, hello, how are you? I'm just fine today. Very good. I saw some great hopping and some twirling. That was awesome. All right, Sparky, are you ready to get started with our very first book? Okay, now today's very first book comes to me from my dear friends Gabriella and Lillian and Rosanna, and they have lent me a book called The Day the Crayons Quit. Oh, what do you think of that, Sparky? Oh no, Sparky is very, very upset about the fact that the crayons have quit. The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt, with pictures by, look how silly he is, Oliver Jeffers. He turned it upside down. See that? So this is called The Day the Crayons Quit. And there they are holding signs. They are picketing. Oh, look at that. The Day the Crayons Quit. Now this looks like my warehouse where I have all my art supplies, and I have crayons and markers everywhere right now. This is dedicated to Marichelle, Abigail, and Reese, and also to Ewan. The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt, with pictures by Oliver Jeffers. And let's see if I can read these little signs. It says, down with this sort of thing, and we are not happy. Oh dear. I'm not sure why the crayons are so upset, but we are going to find out. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is a big stack of letters. That's not a little stack of letters. That's like a year's worth of letters in my world.
Hey, Duncan! It's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on the holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon.
Oh dear. Look at Red Crayon's artwork there. He does have to work hard, doesn't he? That's a lot of stuff. Uh-oh, there's another letter. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Goodness. I don't know why Purple Crayon's so tense. I mean, if you ask me, I think sometimes it's better to draw outside the line. What do you think, Sparky? Sparky agrees.
Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I'm neither. I am beige, and I am proud. And I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears and ponies and puppies while the only thing I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon.
Oh, poor Beige Crayon. Duncan, Gray Crayon here, you're killing me. I know you love elephants and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos and hippos and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things. Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know, and so are tiny little rocks and pebbles. How about one of those once in a while and you give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. Look at all those big gray animals. But look there, there's a little teeny tiny penguin and little tiny rocks. That's what he'd rather be drawing, I suppose. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time I'm the same color as the page you are using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill in empty spaces between other things, and it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. And this says, White Cat in the Snow by Duncan. Boy, you can hardly even see poor little White Crayon, huh? Poor little White Crayon. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things.
things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometimes? Is that asking for too much? Your friend, Black Crayon.
Oh dear. Black Crayon would have us have a black rainbow and a black ball. I guess he's not happy being the outside of things.
Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my work. Loads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, frogs. I have no problem with the congratulate you on your very successful coloring things green so far. The second reason I'm writing is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel that they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon.
You know, maybe the reason that these crayons are having so much of a hardship is because they live so closely together.
Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove that I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, when you used me to color the sun in your Happy Farm coloring book, in the case you forgot, it is page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon.
Yellow Crayon, you have to excuse me, is very hard to read. That letter is very, very hard to read. But there he is. There's Yellow Crayon. And there's the yellow corn.
Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun in both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages of your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Aren't you glad I'm here? Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon.
Well, he does have a point. He does appear on 2 pages there, doesn't he? He is there on Meet the Zookeeper and on Monkey Island as a bright orange sun. Certainly is.
Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before that, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all the oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby, I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon.
Oh, sometimes that happens to crayons, especially if you use them a lot. And it looks like Duncan likes to draw.
Duncan. Okay. Listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister that I said thank you for using me to color her little princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use me sometimes to color the occasional pink dinosaur, a monster, or cowgirl? Goodness knows, they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon.
Oh dear. Well, there's a pink monster and a pink cowboy and a pink dinosaur. And that looks like that's the pink coloring book.
Hey, Duncan. It's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off the paper wrapper? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon.
Oh dear. I used to do that. I used to pull the... Oops. I'm admitting that. I used to pull the wrappers off my crayons so I could crayon sideways. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color. And of course, he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. Look at all those letters. How long do you think it took all those crayons to write those separate letters? When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. Now look at that. Would you look at that? The sky is yellow, and there's an orange whale, and look, there's little gray penguins, like requested, and some pink, and a little bit, oh, look, orange has been added so that it's not all red. Look, there's a little puppy that looks like it might be beige. So I think Duncan took care of all of his crayon friends, didn't he? Oh, and an A+ for creativity. Look at that. And look at that crayon. Isn't that crayon fun? That crayon looks happy. Well, there you have it. The day the crayons quit. Well, I have a little song for you that is not about crayons, but it's about something that we all love, which is our teddy bear, or in this case, our Sparky. And this is just a silly little song. It just goes like this. My teddy bear has two eyes, two eyes, two eyes. My teddy bear has two eyes. I love my teddy bear. What else does a teddy bear have? Ah, that's right, two ears. My teddy bear has two ears, two ears, two ears. My teddy bear has two ears. I love my teddy bear. What about in the middle of a teddy bear's face? What does he have? A nose, that's right. My teddy bear has one nose, one nose, one nose. My teddy bear has one nose. I love my teddy bear. And how about arms? My teddy bear has two arms, two arms, two arms. My teddy bear has two arms. I love my teddy bear. And how about legs? Two legs, that's right. My teddy bear has two legs, two legs, two legs. My teddy bear has two legs. I love my teddy bear. And how about paws? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right, 4 paws. My teddy bear has 4 paws, 4 paws, 4 paws. My teddy bear has 4 paws. I love my teddy bear. What's that, Sparky? Oh, yes. Sparky says, heart. My teddy bear has one heart, one heart, one heart. My teddy bear has one heart. I love my teddy bear. Well, thank you, Sparky. That's right. Yeah, a big heart too, huh? Teddy bear, you have a big heart too, don't you, Sparky? Yes, you do. All right, it's time for another story. And this time, who are we reading, Sparky? That's right, Frog and Toad Are Friends by Arnold Lobel. You know how much I love Frog and Toad. Well, there's Frog and Toad by Arnold Lobel. He has such a great sense of humor. And I'm going to read you a story called The Swim. And this is kind of a funny story because when I think about frogs and toads, I don't think about them needing anything when they go for a swim. But you're going to find out that Toad does need something. What do you think it is, Sparky? Nope, it's not a towel. A Swim from Frog and Toad Are Friends by Arnold Lobel. Toad and Frog went down to the river. "Oh, what a day for a swim," said Frog. "Yes," said Toad. "I will go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit." "Oh, I don't wear a bathing suit," said Frog. "Well, I do," said Toad. "After I put on my bathing suit, you must not look at me until I get into the water." Who ever heard of a toad wearing a bathing suit? "Why not?" asked Frog. "Because I look funny in my bathing suit, that's why," said Toad. Frog closed his eyes when Toad came out from behind the rocks. Toad was wearing his bathing suit. "Don't peek," he said. Look, there's Frog. See, that's how I think of them. I think of them swimming in their froggy suits. Frog and Toad jumped into the water and they swam all afternoon. Frog swam fast and made big splashes, and Toad swam slowly and made smaller splashes. I think that's what's fun about their friendship, is that they had like this kind of opposites. A turtle came along the riverbank. "Frog tells me," "Frog, tell Turtle to go away," said Toad. "I do not want him to see my bathing suit when I come out of the river." Frog swam over to Turtle. "Turtle," said Frog, "you will have to go away."
Why should I?
asked Turtle. "Because Toad thinks he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him," said Frog. Let me show you these pictures. Okay, so first thing here, we've got Mr. Toad. Mr. Toad is saying, "Hey, Frog, go over and tell that turtle to go away." And here is Frog telling Turtle he has to go away. Some lizards were sitting nearby.
Oh, does Toad really think he looks funny in his bathing suit?
They asked. A snake crawled out of the grass.
If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit,
said Snake,
then I, for one, want to see him. Bzz, we want to see him too, said two dragonflies. Me too, said a field mouse. I've not seen anything funny in a long time.
Okay, so let's take a peek at all these friends here who are coming to this shore here. There's some lizards. And there's the snake. And there's some dragonflies. And there's a mousie. I used to have a pet mouse. Frog swam back to Toad. "I'm sorry, Toad," he said. "Everyone wants to see how you will look."
"Then I will stay right here until they go away," said Toad.
The turtle and the lizard and the snake and the dragonfly and the field mice all sat on the riverbank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. "Oh, please," cried Frog, "please go away." But no one went away. Toad was getting colder and colder. He was beginning to shiver and sneeze. "I will have to come out of the water," said Toad. "I'm catching a cold." Poor Toad. You know, Toad is always getting a little cold or sick. Toad climbed out of the river. The water dripped off of his bathing suit and down onto his feet. That is a pretty funny bathing suit that he's wearing. The turtle laughed. The lizard laughed. The snake laughed. The field mouse laughed. And Frog laughed. Ho, 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 ho. Look, everybody's laughing. Oh, Toad does not look happy, does he?
"What are you laughing at, Frog?" said Toad.
"I'm laughing at you, Toad," said Frog, "because you do look funny in your bathing suit."
"Of course I do," said Toad, and then he picked up his clothes
and went home. Oh, there he goes. Good old Toad. Poor Toad. I kind of feel sorry for him, but I also, in a way, what can you say? If you wear a funny bathing suit, sometimes people are going to laugh. And you know what? The good thing about Toad was that he knew he had to get out of the water, and he was proud enough to do so, and he just stood his ground, and of course he looked funny. He told everybody he would look funny, and that's the way it is. Right, Sparky? Sometimes that's the way it is. Well, let's sing a song about how Toad felt. Oh, we won't go home until morning. We won't go home until morning. We won't go home until morning. Till daylight does appear. Till daylight does appear. Till daylight does appear. Oh, we won't go home until morning. We won't go home until morning. Won't go home until morning. Till daylight does appear. Now, I think for Toad, this is what we should sing. Toad won't come out of the water. Toad won't come out of the water. Toad won't come out of the water. Water. Until we've all gone home. Until we've all gone home. Until we've all gone home. Oh, Toad won't come out of the water. Toad won't come out of the water. Toad won't come out of the water. Until we've all gone home. What do you think, Sparky? Is that okay? Did I give a claws up? Okay, I got a claws up from Sparky. Sparky gave me claws up. Well, it's about that time. It's almost the end of story time, and so I want to read you one more little story, and this is from A.A. Milne's When We Were Very Young. And this is by A.A. Milne with decorations by Ernest H. Shepard. This is called Knights and Ladies. And I'll show you the picture. Because, you know, Ernest H. Shepard's pictures are very, very tiny. There's a knight. And there's little Christopher Robin looking into the woods. Can you see him there? There he is, right there. There is in my old picture book a page at which I like to look, where knights and squires come riding down the cobbles of some steep old town, and ladies from beneath the eaves flutter their bravest handkerchiefs, or smiling proudly toss down gages. But that was in the Middle Ages. It wouldn't happen now, but still, whenever I look up to the hill, where dark against the green and blue the firs come marching two by two, I wonder if perhaps I might see suddenly a shining knight winding his way from blue to green, exactly as it would have been those many, many years ago. Perhaps I might. You never know. And there again, there's the knight. And there's Christopher Robin looking into the trees to see if he might see a knight. And you know, he just might. Well, everybody, it is the end of story time. Come on down here, Sparky. It's time for us to say goodbye to our friends. So Sparky and I would like to wish you a very, very happy weekend. We hope you have a great one. I'll be back on Monday with more stories. And Sparky, will you be here too? Sparky says he'll be here too. So we'll do more songs and more stories on Monday. I would like to thank everybody who has offered to lend me books. I will take you up on those suggestions because I would love to read more books to all of you. Right, Sparky? We want as many books as we can. So everybody, have a great weekend, and let's say goodbye. Sparky, I'm going to put you right here. And afterwards, I'll bring you out. Say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, Helen. Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Lily. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Shelby. Goodbye, Ollie. Goodbye, Allie. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, JC. Goodbye.
Isabella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Gabriella. Goodbye, Lillian. Goodbye, Bella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Frangelica. Goodbye, Francine. Goodbye, Madeline and Pax. I'll see you all next time. All right, everybody, I will see you next week with more stories. And Sparky wants to give you a high five. So Sparky, give me a high five first. Very nice. And Sparky's going to give you a high five. There we go. And I'll give you one too. There we go. And now we're going to give you guys a big hug. Sparky, let's put our arms around each other. I'm going to put one arm here if you would like a hug, and the other arm here, and then squeeze. But Sparky's actually going to give me a hug today. So we're going to put one arm here and one arm here. Okay, everybody, put those arms in front of you and squeeze really, 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 really tight. That is a weekend hug for sure. And I will see you all next week. Say goodbye, Sparky. Bye, everybody. See you next week.